And we are live. Good morning, everybody. It's your favorite truck driver in the whole wide world. It's Bitcoin Ben. And as you can see, judging by my shirt, it's Friday. And it's coffee day. Live from the club, folks. Today is an amazing day for several reasons. We had an event here last night for our members, and it went great. From what I hear, I wasn't here. Thursdays are my date night with my beautiful wife. I don't miss the date night, also known as the sugar night. You know what I mean? So last night we had a great crowd here last night. Everyone talks about Bitcoin and cryptos and the future and how screwed up the government is and how screwed up the Federal Reserve is. Just how everything's screwed up except cryptos. Except for cryptos. What's great about actually being around people that understand blockchain and Bitcoin and cryptos and all that is you're finally surrounded by people that are awake. And you're actually talking with people that know the same things you know. And you're like, oh my God, finally, someone who gets it as much as I do. Someone who understands like I do. That's what the club is. Online, see, a lot of people don't realize you don't have to live locally to join the club. You can go to BitcoinPenCryptoClub.com and join. You get all of the education, all the videos. We have an area on our website that is all of my friends. Cliff High, Pix Weir, Jean-Claude, Jenny Moonstone, X22, all those people are also on our website. And we have FGTV, which is the first ever cryptocurrency real news channel that we've launched. You have access to all this information, and you don't have to live locally. But we're launching clubs in Nashville. We're launching clubs in Pennsylvania. We're launching clubs in Texas. We're launching Bix, I love you, brother. We're launching clubs in California. If it wasn't for Bix, I wouldn't launch a club in California. But he wants to, so there we go. Now, let's jump right in. WooWooCon. WooWooCon, the first WooWooCon, which includes my friends that I talked about earlier. We're having WooWooCon here at the club. All right? This place is going to be packed with woo-woo people. This place, it will be me and Bix and probably Snippy and Cliff High. We're actually going to see about having him zoom in live and take questions. Dave at X22. I'm going to talk to him about taking questions over Zoom and all this other stuff. But we only have 200 live tickets. Get your tickets now. This is the first time I'm announcing it officially. So 200 tickets are going to go fast, folks, because I I I I want to save at least 100 for the other influencers so they can offer them to their viewers. But I'm offering them to you guys first because you're my viewers and it's my club. And we have an arrangement with a hotel right down the road. So you could literally almost walk from the hotel to here. And they gave us a block of rooms at a cheaper price. So those who get your tickets early, you can also get your room early. You get it cheaper and it's right down the road. So go to woowooCon.com and get your tickets now. And hell, if you want to, get a few tickets, wait a while, then resell them. Oh, and we'll also, those who won't be able to fly in and actually come here live, we also have it on actual pay-per-view. So you get the whole weekend on freaking pay-per-view. It's gonna be a blast. And we got some woo-woo. Oh, because by the time September's here for WooWooCon, according to Cliff, we be deep into woo-woo by then. We be talking aliens by then. I love this community. Oh, speaking of, today, I have such a hard life. If you remember from our last event, we had a drawing, right? And we'll have drawings at Woo Woo. Just to let you know, you'll be able to win prizes while you're here or while you're watching. Well, at the last event, we had a prize for going fishing with Ben. So somebody won a fishing trip here in Florida to go fishing with me. Well, that guy was Jeff. Jeff's here today. After the shows, because I'll be going over to Patreon. We got a lot to talk about on Patreon. But I want to introduce you to the winner of the Fishing with Bitcoin Ben contest. Jeff, come on over, brother. Here, I'll scooch over for a little bit. Have a seat, brother. Watch out, don't fall off.
Oh, yep, right. Don't want to do that right before the fishing trip.
Yep. Jeff, everybody, Jeff, how are you, brother?
Hey, pretty good, you?
Doing great,
everybody.
Man.
Hey, how's it going?
Look, so you won the Fishing with Bitcoin Ben contest.
Yeah, right. What did I get myself into?
Yeah, there may be more drinking than fishing. What originally got you in cryptos?
So what got me into cryptos?
Show him your shirt.
Right.
Here, I'll hold this up. One whole Bitcoin.
So I got into cryptos via like Cliff High, Bitswear, and Ben. Just by watching them. Well, Ben doing his shows from his truck.
That's how far back he goes.
So I've also been a metals guy, so I got into it through Bix, but then Bix led me to Cliff, and then everybody has Cliff's half past human report, right?
Oh yeah.
right? And where it gives you a list of all the stuff to buy, that we believe that will go to the next economy, I guess you want to say that, and bring everybody into the future. So I did that. Then I started watching, Ben, Bix, Cliff, and I seen all these shows in Texas and everything like that. And I wanted to go because I was close, but I've always been deployed with for work. So I've been watching them online. I'm like, damn, I wish I could. Oh, that sounds like a good idea. That's a good idea, but I can't being so far away and not being there to say, hey, this is my idea or anything like that. So yeah, so then I just been following and accumulating, and then
Hodl.
hodl.
Good.
Hold it.
Yeah, and so you were watching online at our last event,
Yep.
and you actually won the trip.
Yeah, I did. I was surprised.
Yeah, and it here in Florida, fishing's a huge deal. I mean, huge deal. So him and I are actually going to go out on the boat, and we'll have a cameraman. We're going to record the drunken festivities, and it's great having you here. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Well, let's see if you thank me after the fishing trip.
It's not the USS Minnow, right?
Yeah,
right?
No. And let's also see if we catch anything.
Exactly.
Because I look at it like this: as long as we catch a buzz,
right? You caught something.
We caught something. So, you were explaining earlier how you're not in America a lot,
right?
Right. And you've had jobs like that for years, where you travel the world.
Yeah.
How much has America changed since you initially, were leaving America on a regular? Because your point of view interests me.
Yeah.
Because you leave for like 2 or 3 years.
Yeah.
You're on contract.
Yeah.
You come back, and you're like, wow, this is odd. So, how is that leaving and coming back? How large of a change have you seen?
So for the first 5-6 years, I've done it. I come back. So I learned that like the little stuff when I'm overseas doesn't matter, right? Because if you go to like some of these other countries, like if you're like in the Philippines and you see how people live there, or if you're if you work and live in Iraq and Afghanistan, like, well, I can't go outside the wall here because this, because they want to lock my head off just because, right? Or they want to rob me just because, or whatever. But you learn that the little things don't matter as much, right? And you see, and you're like, well, you sit there and think, like, if you go to like a 7-Eleven like you do every day, and you grab a soda or something like that, or and people are just angry over like little, like, why this person barged in front of me, or this person barged in front of me, or this costs too much, or this that. I mean, that the cost stuff is happening now. So, that's different. But
so you're basically saying that Americans are a little spoiled.
Yeah, a little bit. And and the other thing is that I wasn't in the United States for COVID, so I was in Taiwan, and so they had everything blocked off, and we were able to stay inside the country. And so coming back, that is totally different.
Yeah,
because everything. I mean, now after the last few years, because it's like weird because there's jobs everywhere, or there's not people working. I don't know if it's because they're trying to make this happen like this, but you go you go into a store and there's nobody there, and you're just like looking around, going like, "Hey, I need to find something," and there's nothing there, and it's like, oh, just like today, or like the main thing I'm trying to get used to is this online buying stuff.
Yeah.
Like if you go to a coffee shop or something like that, or you go get a hamburger, it's like I'm sitting there in line and people are just like blowing by me, and I'm like, man, I'm here. This is the hardest thing for me to get my wrap my mind around, is that, hey, your in-person customer is more important than the guys coming in right now, right?
Yeah.
And so it's like, so I just like waited for maybe five minutes for a iced coffee, which is something you can,
Yeah.
right?
So I see what you're saying. Where people place the order with the app and walk in, and they're getting served before you as just walking in.
Yeah.
I'd like to place an order.
Yeah, that stuff is gone. But see, I've seen that stuff go away before, because it's like when they do the self checkout lines or the fast checkouts, right? I've seen that in the stores before, right?
Yeah.
Before now it's like really, really in your face, where it's like, there's nobody there, there's one person. But before, it's like, okay, you got the fast line, then you got the self checkout, and now like more
there's
self
checkout.
Yeah, there's nobody there. You're just like whipping. You're just like, scanning your food and stuff. It's like, all right, hopefully okay. If you have a problem, somebody comes and helps you. But you push the little button and the red light pops up.
I can definitely see that, because like over at my house, I don't shop.
Yeah.
Right. My wife handles all the shopping.
Right.
I actually call it my magic refrigerator.
Right.
Because all of a sudden food just shows up in there. And that also works with laundry.
Right.
All of a sudden my clothes are in the drawer.
Mm-hmm.
And what she does now is she'll place an order on the app. Then she'll schedule a pickup time.
Yep.
And my wife exercises a lot. Like she goes to the gym, and probably really her boyfriend's house. He needs love too. All I know is on Thursday it's my turn. And so she'll go to the gym. Then after the gym, she'll swing over. She'll hit the app. They'll bring it out to the car.
Yeah. Yeah. So that's another thing.
That blew me away. I'm like, oh my God, it's like grocery drive-through. And I'm thinking, man, my wife really works hard.
Yeah, right.
Like, no, she don't.
Yeah,
she picks up and like opens here, and her truck or her SUV has like a remote door. So she pushes the button, the door opens, they load it, she hits the button, closes, she drives off. She ain't working hard.
That's another thing that's another thing I've seen is like, so when I go to the grocery store, I have to get my own food.
Well, yeah. Plus, you probably got camo on, and you're like crawling across the floor, reaching for the cereal.
Yeah. So they like in Fry's over in Arizona. So I always see a whole bunch of people with these dollies, and they have like all these blue carts, and everybody's getting their online order. I'm like, man, what the, because when I came before COVID, that was non-existent. And I come back, I'm like, wow, okay, I'm like, everybody's shopping for everybody. That and because I work from home now, right? So every once in a while I have to go in and do some stuff, but it's and that's weird because I'm online doing all my video not videos, but my conference calls and stuff like that, and I'm like, all right, well, so in between conference calls, I'm looking at my house. My house is pretty clean now.
Oh, I bet it
because I'm like,
is.
well, I got 5 minutes. I can do that. I can break that out, or I can break
Yeah.
that out. And it's like, yeah. So it's like going. It's like, I don't like this.
It's weird how much America has changed
Yeah.
in just a few years.
Right.
And now, see, early on, whenever COVID was really like starting to get a little attention, we were all aware of it earlier because, especially if you watched Cliff High, he was way ahead of this. And I knew what they were doing. The reason they shut America down is because they had to actually break our habits. We had an economy that ran on habits. You know, you wake up, you go to work, you get off work, you come home, you do this, you do that. Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, you do this. They had to break all those habits so they could reestablish the new economy.
Right.
And people had said in the past, you know, oh, they'll never be able to do it. You can't change the engine of a car while the car is running, and all these examples. Well, when we shut down, that was shutting off the car and replacing the engine, which is the habits, and putting in a new engine.
Right.
Well, this new engine, that's the club. This club represents the new engine of America. It's more digital. It's blockchain. It's the new shareable, easy, digital economy.
Yeah, right.
And I think when people realize that and how our club is structured, they look at it and go, oh, I get it. Mm-hmm. So now the individuals, us, with our phones, we've changed our economic habits. Right. Well, if you're smart, you can front run those economic habits setting in. Right. And these economic habits create an economy that if you join a club like this, even just online, and you're educating people with the information on our website, you realize that you can make money in this new economy as an individual. Where in the old days, we had like taxi cab companies that would make money. Now we have Uber, where it's mostly the drivers making money. And here, and as we move forward, the Ubers are going to go away. Because the Ubers will be replaced with a even more local version of Uber, where enough people get together locally. The Uber drivers of Sarasota will get together and form a network of drivers. Then they'll leave Uber and launch their own app. And it will be a distributed income app. That's what the club is. The club is a distributed income app, website, and location where the members make money off of being members.
Right.
And that's what's happening. So when you leave again
Yeah.
and you actually come back in 3 years, you're going to see a whole different America where digital and the digital economy has decentralized America into the local economy. That's what I saw early on. Everyone else was like, oh, brick and mortar is going to die. No. Brick and mortar is going to grow, but it's going to be membership brick and mortar. It's going to be idea brick and mortar. It's going like if you're into exercising, your local gym is a network. It's a network of people who value going to the gym. Those people are going to network with each other, and the gym owners will either recognize, hey, I can reward my members by not advertising on a website or anything, like advertise with your members. Because if your members are passionate about why they're there, they're going to be your salesmen out in public.
Right.
All right. And that credibility coming from a friend.
Yeah.
Where if I say, hey, Jeff, I joined this crypto club here in Sarasota. Their website's awesome. It has like all the graphs and the charts and the videos and educate. They even talk about woo-woo stuff.
Yeah, right.
You know, the stuff we're into. Man, you got to join this. And I send you my link. Well, you wind up joining. I get a little percentage of your monthly membership. That little percentage is just the percentage of the membership fee that would have went to an advertising company. So instead of you actually paying the advertising company, you're actually paying a buddy of yours who vouched for the product. And I have more hopefully, more credibility with you than a newspaper ad.
Right.
That's how this economy is going to grow.
Right.
And that's why I tell everybody, if you're out there learning and you're out there wanting to educate people on cryptos, join our website. Because what do your friends want when they're talking to you? They want information. But you can't sit there with them 24 hours a day and wait for them to ask you a question about cryptos. They have to learn on their own timeline. Where our website is that portal where they can educate on their own timeline. But you, as a member, you share that link. You say, look, if you're serious, you want to learn about Bitcoin, I'm a member of this online club. Bunch of education material, bunch of videos you can watch, bunch of charts all that good stuff. Check it out. Check it out for 1 month. Well, they use your link. You get rewarded because our website, we don't advertise our, as of right now, we are going to advertise, but we're also going to use members' links in the advertisements. So our members will be able, like, we're going to pay for the advertisement, but we're going to use some of our members' links. So they, as people click on it, they'll get that return. It's now when you come back in like 2 or 3 years,
Right.
I want an update on if I was right.
Right.
If I was wrong, I'm not going to call you. But if I was right, I'm going to call you and I'm going to bring you back on the show.
Right.
All right, Jeff.
Yep,
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on.
Yep.
And as soon as I wrap up this show
Yep.
and the actual Patreon
Yep.
show.
Sounds good.
Click. All right, man.
All right. See you.
Yep. All right, we're back. Now, yep, I gotta jump off here. Then we're heading over to the Patreon. Remember, get your woo-woo tickets. There's only 200. There's really only 100 available for my viewers because the other 100, I'm gonna give out to the other influencers and let them offer them to their viewers. But if you want to join the club here, here's a QR code for the Woo Woo Con website. So I'll give you a second. There you go. Now I'm going to switch it real quick. And here is the QR code for the club's website. If you want to share the message, share the education with your friends with a quick little share, join the club. And as we go, why aren't you actually being rewarded for growing the crypto community, educating people? At the club, you do. As you learn, you earn. Welcome to the club, folks. Love you. See you guys on Patreon. Have a great Friday. And please pray for me to catch some fish, or at least a buzz. Love you guys. See you Monday. Wait, no, I'm off on Monday. Holiday. See you Tuesday. Love you guys. Bye-bye.